Welcome back to Project Ozone to Kappa mode, and it's time to get to Infinity Ingots, or get as close as we can to do that. Now that I've got all these other things set up, I did run completely out of essence, unfortunately. This is, this is my box. I'm just making one central column so that they don't stand on top of this, otherwise you do get mobs standing on top. And I did have a portal here, but what was happening is, let's just pop down to the kill box. In the kill box, they were just sort of standing there. Some were dying, some weren't, and this was just getting fuller and fuller. No matter how I rebuilt this box, they weren't having any of it. Some of them got pushed through the wall, pushed through two walls, and now into the void. So I had to redo things a little bit. Instead of doing that, I've then got an item collector up here, which goes into a chest temporarily, which just gets piped down into the regular mob system, just like normal. And then I've got a Draconic evolution mob grinder, which you can see right there. Straightforward to build at this particular point. You can fuel it using furnace fuel, but to be honest, at this point just connect electric and it's fine, or RF. I've got a heat scar spider in this top one, just temporarily because I need some flame string, but we just don't have that much essence. So let me just see if there's any flame string down here. I'm kind of hopeful that there will be. It may well be in the chest. Yeah, we've got some flame string. I need to get rid of those golden leggings. So, wrong side. I've made everything look identical. They're in here, so we got 13. All right, so what I'm doing here is building another stack of the ingredients for the catalyst, because we want to get to the entire auto crafting table. Unfortunately, you know, that's 16 infinity ingots in here. The rest don't actually seem too bad. The infinity ingots are the main problem. So 16 infinity ingots, that's a lot. Instead, what we actually want to get to is an infinity block, at which point we can animate it and then start collecting infinity ingots for free, effectively. So for the infinity ingots, however, these need 11 catalysts each. So if I want I've already got one infinity ingot, so I'm going to need 77 more catalysts, which is over a stack. So I'm going to have to do even more after this, unfortunately. But what I thought we'd do is make some of this a little bit easier. So let's just pop over to the last millennium. And let's head over here. Really, an emerald? Thanks. Anyway, let's pop over here. So we do have to, or we can make our, the cosmic meatballs, the ultimate stew. So if I want to make more, I can. However, I think we've got enough of that actually in the system. Ultimate stew. Yeah, got a full stack of it. That'll do. Over here, I've put another set of machines. Now, you may be able to guess what this one is. This is the singularities. Now that we have neutronium as a block, and let's just see how much my essence got to us too. And that was nearly 2/3 of a bedrockium drum. So neutronium. Okay, so we've got 840 blocks of it. So times that by 9, you get the idea. Also the vibrantium, so we don't need villager souls anymore. Vibrantium, 1,000 of those. Pretty good. And our bedrockium supplies are somewhat inhibited by... why are you not increasing? You should be, unless we're using it as fast as it's coming in. I'll check over there later. A lot of those drums are actually full from our quarries. So, yeah, we need to get those bedrockium into the system. Anyway, back to this. So we need to make singularities. So singularities, as you may have seen me construct in the last few episodes, you put them into a neutronium compressor, the block form, and you get singularities out after many, many blocks. So how do we do this system? So over here, what I've got is just a regular chest, and this one has bedrockium in it. The bedrockium then goes into this network behind these Mark II energy condensers into hyper rationing pipes, so it keeps one bedrockium in each of these. On the front side, we have fully upgraded transfer nodes. And each of them, after you've put one down, you can put a cover next to it. You can't put it down after the cover, only before the cover. So just put the transfer, cover, etc. And then it'll just link into the top like this. This seems to be faster than other methods of doing it, so I went with this one. And then each of them will then export up to 64 singularities. Now, and then underneath, we've got another set of transfer nodes. These are all not upgraded because they don't need to be. They're fast enough because singularities are quite slow to make, so you don't need to upgrade. But the last part is a rationing pipe onto this chest. And then this chest will then contain one stack exactly of every type of singularity. So when you want to actually make this, let's just pop our stuff into the system. Let me just put that away. And let me just put these in my bag. We don't even need those for now. So you can literally just come in here and then just grab one of each. And it won't matter which ones you go for, because when you grab all of these, it's going to monitor what's in this already and only refill the ones you haven't. So in this case, I just need to remember I've got 5 on that row, and then I go and pop these in here. Now, I still can't shift click them in. That's slightly annoying. But other than that, this is actually quite straightforward. So let me do that, and we'll be right back. And unfortunately, I did get the config slightly wrong on the steel. I made 2 lots of dark steel instead of 1 steel, so that's just cooking up. While it's cooking up, I thought we'd have a look at another couple of items as well. So we're using these Mark II energy condensers, but there's a better version, if you like, of this, of the Mark II. Well, not the Mark II, it's like an alternative thing called a Transmutation Table. And I've put this in here. Most of it's straightforward. The only weird one is probably the magic core, and that just means it's just because it's earlier items that we created earlier in the game. So we've got these cryothium coolant units and glowstone elevation units. We made it for our jetpack, if you remember, way back when, and they're not EMCable. Other than that, there's just a bit of manual crafting from Britannia and a bit more AE2, but again, all very, very straightforward. There's nothing in here that isn't straightforward, in fact, now for us. So we got infinity stars. I may not have shown those on camera, but they're just the neutronium compressor with just nether stars being poured into them, 40,000 nether stars. So we can get a transmutation table, and we're probably going to need another one. So I'm going to need another ME controller. Yeah, let's just grab that and pop you in and grab a second one. Okay, so the transmutation table, let's just pop it down pretty much anywhere for now and take a look. Got lots of different things. Essentially, we can use this to burn things into EMC. So let me just grab some bedrockium. And the amount of EMC that you burn is going to be put into your character's data, not into this individual chest. So, you know, it's storing this amount on this chest at the moment. Instead, with this, it stores it against me. So is it in the burn slot? Yeah. So 43 million EMC, and I think this can store up to, it's either a billion or a trillion. I don't know, but we're probably going to find out. So let's just keep on clicking it in. And let's see what its maximum is. There we go. So I can't click any more physically into it. So that's good. That means what I can probably do is just pipe nether stars in here. And if it's all used up, if it's full, it's always going to stay that way, and it's never going to use up those nether stars. It's not going to overflow. So yeah, we can use nether stars or bedrockium. Doesn't really matter. You'll notice over here, it also added an item when I started burning stuff in. So anything you burn into here that has EMC, it will then know how to craft. And we can search up here. So well, that search isn't going to help too much at the moment. Let's actually just put in, well, iron chest, I suppose. Oh, full. Let's withdraw one. Yeah, there we go. So there's 2. And if I search for bed, you get the idea. I can search for anything in here. All right, so we can sacrifice anything we want to this, including, let's say, a transmutation table. And now we can make transmutation tables. Get the idea? So it's a much more flexible version of what we already have here, and I like it a lot. We are going to be able to get an upgraded version called the Transmutation Tablet. It's portable. We can walk around with it. However, that needs a few other things, as these things tend to do. Not all of it looks all that bad, to be honest. We do have to be able to use one transmutation table to make it, however, so do bear that in mind. That's why I made two, because I need to sacrifice one into the first table to be able to pull back one back out and then use another one in recipe. So yeah, make two. And then we can make the tablet. What we can also do, and what would be really useful to have, is this Tome of Knowledge. Tome of Knowledge, however, requires infinity stars, easy. Books, we can make the flimflam ones. They're quite easy. They're just emeralds in a book. The tablet, so we need to be able to make more tablets, which again will be straightforward once we've made the first one, because the first one will be sacrificed into the table and then pulled back out. We'll get two of them back out. And the Chaos Catalyst. Yeah. That's not straightforward. It looks straightforward for the most part. It's only really this that's the problem. Chaotic Core, which we've got these two, but not the Chaos Shard. And, how can we make this? Can we make this with anything? No, it's a circular recipe. So in order to do that, you have to go and kill the Chaos Guardian. So let me just put this bedrockium away to get rid of this issue. There we go. And yeah, the problem with that, of course, is we need upgraded armor. Upgraded armor is not hard to get now that we've got Awakened Draconium, and by lots of it. And we've got 1,500 blocks. But I think our bottleneck at the moment is Mangaloy. Yeah, it's only got 2,800 in the system, which is not as much as you might think it is. Over here, that's actually going. Why aren't you being supplied with... Oh, you are. It's just taking quite a long while. Okay, so it is actually working. But I reset our little programmed stock keeping module. Where did I put it? It's around here somewhere. I can't see it. I have a little stock keeping module here for the glowing Mangaloy to tell it to keep so many in stock. I reset it to 10,000 instead of 3,000. So it will keep on crafting those glowing Mangaloy. But if you see what happens, if I go for an Awakened Core... Let's say we want to craft, I don't know, 10. It's going to take 600 just for 10 cores. And I'm probably going to want 100, you know, so it's going to need a lot of cores. So I'm not going to be able to do that just yet. But I guess we can see if it'll craft 30 and we can upgrade our armor. So yeah, may as well craft that in the background while things are going. Whoops. What have we got left in this? So we just got some bits and pieces from Britannia. So that Wrath should have finished. He did. Good. And then what's the other one? Gluttony, I think. And we want 64 of those. Yep. One real advantage in this recipe, by the way, is that these don't get used up. So once you have enough, you know, at least one stack and maybe two stack on the outside, they'll get returned whenever the top level rune gets crafted. So you don't have to worry too much about keeping them in stock. So the lower recipes I could take out of this, to be honest. Once I've crafted enough, I could just remove the, you know, the fire and the air and the water. So that's that going to be crafted. We don't have anything else in here apart from the singularities. Let's go and quickly take a look at those and let's see how my bedrockium stocks are going. So bedrockium is being used up by the singularities like crazy. This is actually producing bedrockium at a rate of 20 every, I don't know, every few seconds. And we're still losing out at the moment because of the singularities, but you'll see over here, these drums are not full. These ones are, those ones are. And for some reason I've got oil in one of them. Oil bedrockium. That's just when the quarry encountered oil, it seems. So yeah, if we ever want oil, that's not a problem. So yeah, molten bedrockium drum is going to be filling up, and then what I may do is just move these over and add these as an input, and then, you know, make sure this is an actual buffer rather than just a separate cache for bedrockium. So over here, let's go and see if this is finished crafting the extra couple of items I need. 24, 26. I guess that's enough just to put these in place. So yeah, we can get 24 eternal singularities. I'm going to need a full stack of them. So I'm going to have to wait for it was these two over here, steel and titanium. There are, well, this one I just made a mistake on. That was just me being silly. I was using dark steel, and there's dark steel down here as well, somewhere. Dark steel, yes, that was already being made. However, this one, there is two types of titanium block in the game. There is a titanium block, and there is a block of titanium. So, and they both have EMC, which is just wonderful. So yeah, don't use the extra planets block of titanium. The one you want is this titanium block from another one bites the dust. Not quite sure why, but it works. So we're going to get that going. Right, so we've got to wait for that to finish. I just wonder how many cows. I'm going to need... what cow are you? Witch water. I don't really need witch water at the moment, so I guess I could decommission that one. Oil, jelly cryothium. Where are my essence? Cows. Zerothium. This is blue mangaloid cows. Where are my essence cows? Have I removed them? That'd be a problem. That'd be why... Oh no, essence. Yep. I've only got one. Hi. So, I guess the other thing I could do is... Do we have like... is it the shower? Is it the shower that converts one type of XP to the other? Or am I thinking... Yeah, the open blocks thing. And then there's like a drain... Yeah, let me just investigate if I could actually convert them across in this pack, because we have lots of liquid XP from the farms in our home area. I think it's the sewer, maybe. Sewer? Sewer block. Maybe. I seem to think something along those lines. I'll do a bit of investigation off camera in a moment. But yeah, this system can produce quite a large amount of XP. I have a barrel that's down... Had a barrel. I moved it. It was there. I was making these... well, I've moved it. Ah! Where have I moved it to? I had a barrel. Here, barrel. Ah, there it is. So yeah, I have this to automatically produce Franken zombies. So the liquid XP, as you can see, is 44 million at the moment, which is pretty good. 46 million, sorry. And in here we've got Soulbinder. This takes in Z logic controllers, which is EMCable. This one produces zombie captured soul vials. And I just put in soul vials on this side, and just put in Z logic controls on this side, and everything just makes and it just inputs to our system. And Franken zombies are used by various other items. So yeah, I have this running. So if we can convert that across, that would be pretty good. Okay, so here's the only in-game way I know to do this, and it does seem a bit weird that you're going to do it this way. So unless I can pipe it straight into the drain, that might be a possibility. In fact, let's just try that, shall we? Just in case. End fluid. I've certainly used this in previous setups. So what's happening is the liquid XP is coming in the top because our Endermen are being farmed over there. You can just see plenty of XP. That's going into this fluid tank, which is going to get ejected by this XP shower. It goes into a drain. The drain fills it with essence. The essence goes down and into this tank. We then need to transport it from this tank elsewhere. So I'm going to put this Tesseract back. And actually, no, I need some kind of buffer, just in case we build up lots of this. So do I have any bedrockium? Oh no, I'm too close. 53 levels. Bedrockium. Yes, I do have a drum. Cool. So let's just grab that and then just turn that magnet off again, because if I get too close, I'll start ripping all the XP out. And again, I'm separating this using this method just to make sure. I'm going to need the magnet just to make sure that the liquid flows fast enough. There we go. Now I can turn the magnet back off again. There we go. It's going to auto extract into a drum. And then we're going to auto extract at the bottom into the ender tank, into the tesseract even. Okay, so the tesseract can pop there. That's already set up to send the liquid. We're just going to send it all the way over here into this area. So this top one is on, the other ones aren't. So we should start seeing some heat scar spiders, I suspect. Yeah, there's the essence. And this is all being powered essentially by those endermen, and that's a free spawner. So we should gather more essence this way than using that cow. So I can decommission that cow. Yeah, it's building up nicely, and that's my yes. I do have these are the spawners off, but even if I had them on, in fact, let's just turn them on. There's the heat scar spider. It gets killed. So do its. Really? You can make it outside? That's annoying. Well, I needed a little bit of flame string, so I'm willing to live with that a little bit. Anyway, the only thing this doesn't pick up at the moment is the XP, which we could then send in a loop to, to do this whole process all over again. So convert back to essence. I'm not sure what the rate of exchange is between the two, but we've got it up and running. Interestingly, these do seem to drop souls. But the souls they drop, unfortunately, and I guess this is on purpose, is, where are they? There. They are what looks like stone. So we can't get individual souls for each material, so that would make it really overpowered. You could put them back into a Draconic Evolution spawner and it would just go nuts. So yeah, we can't do that, unfortunately. So I guess we're not going to need any more heat scar spider flame string at the moment. So let's just turn that off. And this top one I'll reserve for infinity ingots. All right. Otherwise, that system is going to keep going. And I probably could put bedrockium in there as well, to be honest. As long as this system keeps on supplying enough XP, and that XP shower keeps on converting it fast enough. Where is it gone? Yeah, it certainly seems to be keeping up with the XP from the Enderman, and that certainly seems to be, well, more than enough supply for our bedrockium drum. Yeah, there we go. It's 200,000 already. That cow's no use by comparison. So that's pretty good. Okay, so what should we do from now? I need to go and get the rest of those singularities. All right, so that's complete now. We've got more infinity catalysts. So let's move those over and see whether we get enough to get our infinity block too. Yeah, I think we've got 7 in the system. Excuse me, I've been waiting for those in the background. So we've got 7 plus 2. Hopefully that should make 9. At least in this mod pack. We get an infinity block. So let's go and get our bits and pieces. We want the one of animation, and I'm going to need some no, not a soul vial. It's a fire net. There we go. Let's make a new one. Let's go and animate that up. I may have to turn off the Enderman for a second, just while I borrow their enclosure. There we go. Hopefully that shouldn't stop things for too long. So let's put our infinity block in. Get a bit above the ground and animate it. There we go. We've got you. I always have problems getting out of these. There we go. And let's put that away. Turn the system back on and then turn the Enderman back on. At which point I'm going to swap out that heat scar spider for something a little bit more useful. Come on. Oops, need to turn it on. There we go. Where's our first infinity block? We've got to watch out for it because it's going to go into the mob drop system, which then needs to go into our main system instead of mob drops. So we need to just watch for it. It shouldn't take very long to appear. And then I've got to work on, there's that first one. So you should die shortly. Did you pick up everything? Yeah, you did. Let's go and have a look. Have you been put into the chest or into the system somewhere? Nice and easy to spot. Not. 1 second. Okay, they're ending up in our main system. I don't know why. Presumably they're sharing some metadata with one of these because I'm ignoring the metadata for vibrantium, compressed Gaia, and neutronium. So somehow they're ending up in our system, which is fine by me. If we go for infinite, there we go. So we can get lots and lots of infinity ingots out of the system. Great. So what can we make with infinity ingots? Quite a few things. We've got all the infinity tools, which I'm not really going to need. We can actually get this from Britannia. We've got all of that stuff now. Infinity tool rods. Let me just turn off any eye. Infinity tool rods, so we can make new tools if we wanted to with Tinker's Construct. And that's what the majority of these will be. So if we wanted to make, let's say, infinity, let's say, bolts for a crossbow, we could do. That would be a useful upgrade, just to see how well I could upgrade that crossbow. But there is other ones as well. There's neutronium bolts, which uses infinity ingots. So again, that's for the crossbow. And chaos ingots. Well, we haven't got the Chaos Guardian yet. That will probably be next episode once I get to all of the awakened cores I need. The creative energy cell. So we're getting very much into end game with this sort of stuff. At the end of the pack almost. Creative infinite steam. I don't think I'm going to need one of those. And of course the die auto crafting table, which is definitely something I need to actually build. I don't want to have to keep putting things into this extreme crafting recipe. So for that we do need the chaos catalyst. A lot of this other stuff we have made before. The auto tool station is straightforward, as are all these neutronium plates. So yeah, we just need the rest of that kind of stuff. And a lot of this is EMCable apart from the die crafting table, but they're straightforward for us to build as well. So yeah, it's pretty much just the Chaos Guardian now. So in we go. Let's just take a quick look. I tried to automate the Transmutation Table, but unfortunately no, it's not sided. You can't feed into the bottom or the top, so you've got to just feed in stuff manually, which is fine. You know, it's more flexible, but it is a manual table, so you got to bear that in mind. And of course we can automate these, but only one block at a time. Okay, I think we're pretty much, let's just take a quick look at the quests, because we haven't looked at those in a while, and I wish it wouldn't keep doing that. Okay, let's go down to Moo. As you can see, we're already quite far through this. We've done all of the singularities, which is going to give me a lot of quest rewards. Infinite armor, we're not there yet, but we could be, I suppose. Let's just turn on an AI again. Infinity Helm. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, it needs infinity ingots, which we just made. More infinity catalysts. I kind of want to do the dire auto crafting before I make any of those. It's laborious and annoying to keep on restocking those. All the rest we have. We're going to need to make another Draconic Helm, however. So I'm going to go back through Wyvern Helm. What's the first thing with EMC? Battlesuit Helmet. Okay. So I'm not sure if I can make one of those. How far back do I have to go in this Zavitio? I may have Zavitio. And if I do, I can go through Battlesuit, upgrade, into Draconium, which is straightforward now, and then that. So I can probably do all that off camera. You've seen me craft that stuff before, so we can get to the stage. I'm getting another set of Draconic, and then it's pretty much just lots of Infinity Ingots and Neutronium Ingots and these catalysts, which are annoying to make. But not very many of them, mind you. So what's the other armor like? There's the breastplate needs a crystal matrix. That's straightforward. And in fact, they don't even need catalysts. They need 2 catalysts. That's 4 total. 4 total. So it's not very many at all. I may even have, you know, I've got 18 already set out here. So yeah, I could make that. Okay, so we'll probably do the Infinity Armor next episode. And then the other thing we got to make is the Sword of the Cosmos. Infinity attack damage for that entire category to be done. New isn't unlocked, because that will unlock with some of the others that we've got. A lot of these categories are now done. Galacticraft is pretty much done. Transmutation Table is now done, so let's just claim the reward for that. And we got to do the Transmute Table. And then we got to get into Klein Stars. Okay, so we've got to do that as well. Ancient records suggest that it can not only hold the light of the stars, but the essence of the Earth too. 4 of them fit together like puzzle pieces to create an even bigger and more powerful star. And then we've got the SRG ring. That's sort of like an auto-attack ring. It's lightning off in various directions, if I remember rightly. Let's just hand in the Mark II. Let's see if we get a loot chest. And we've got to build these as well, but they should be straightforward for us now. And that's that category done. Iota we've already covered. Theta, we've got most of it done now. Eta, I need to do some more of the AE2 stuff. It's probably just that I need to get past, it's past these lower end ones that I skipped entirely. Zeta, I haven't done the solo stuff, so we probably need to do that. This is mostly done now. Delta, all of this stuff I skipped, but I can go through and do that. Most of that looks like it's either going to be done, or maybe the food gen I've not done. The builders ones I'm going to have to make. Beta is mostly done, just flowers. And alpha, again, is mostly done apart from stuff that I don't need. So a lot of the pack is now actually done. So I'm going to concentrate on the stuff at the end of the pack. The Infinity Armor, the Chaos Guardian, the Dire Auto-Crafting Table, and then we'll see where we get to with that one. So again, if you have any opinions over the next pack, please put them in the comments, and I'll be reviewing them soon. Thanks very much for watching, and time for the Chaos Guardian next.